snipers, you have to see what's happening to the Bitcoin price today as we are testing the 200-day moving average sitting slightly above the $44,800 support level. And just like we talked about yesterday, Bitcoin is now seeing the early signs of a potential retracement here. And this $44,800 level is an extremely key support level. But we also have this new previous weekly open at $43,800 that we want to address. And then, of course, the most important level is going to be this monthly open sitting just below the $41,950 level. But today I'm going to make an extremely bold prediction that goes against every analyst on YouTube. Trust me, I've looked at them all. Ben Cohen, BitBoy Crypto, and that is that altcoin season is potentially on the brink of finishing, and Bitcoin dominance is potentially going to be seeing a reversal in trend. I made a trading view post about this. The link is in the description below if you want to check this out for more information. I would highly recommend reading the post, but realize that at this point, when there is a local top in the market, especially when the local top is with Bitcoin, that is when it is time to potentially start looking for a reversal in dominance, because the way this market works is, notice how when Bitcoin topped out, we saw dominance push to the upside, and since that time, we have yet to form any further lows. And this is an extremely important aspect of the cryptocurrency market for those that hold altcoins and Bitcoin, because if Bitcoin dominance starts to move up, understand this, on the weekly chart, we have already tested this 20-week moving average. Yes, we saw a rejection, but we have not formed any further lows. And for those that are tuned into the Snipers channel, you guys know I am very, very particular about this cryptocurrency market and the cycles. Notice how the market updates on our Discord that I post when there is something very important. On February 7th, we started talking about Ethereum moving above the 200-week moving average. On January 7th, we talked about the start of altcoin season. We mentioned Cardano, Polkadot, Chainlink, Stellar, Uniswap. In December, we talked about the end of Bitcoin dominance and the potential start of altcoin season. And now, this is an inflection point today, snipers. I have now made my prediction that Bitcoin dominance is in the brink of a massive influx of strength. I don't post on this Discord channel often. And so this is a very critical video, and I want to talk about how to best handle this portion of the market cycle. And shout out to Kathy Wood for her 2019 interview when she spoke about the way the market reacted to the initial top in 2017 and the flight of capital that we saw come back to Bitcoin, with dominance coming from the low 30s back up to 70%. Are we seeing the early signs of a reversal? This goes against every analyst that I've checked in with, but it's fine. You know why? Because shooters shoot. And I'm an umpire, and I want to shoot my shot here and say, I believe that if I am correct, what we are going to start seeing is whales that have altcoins like Ethereum, Cardano, and Ripple are going to be taking profits from their positions, and that's going to be shown here and confirmed by the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart by moving their altcoin profits back into Bitcoin. If this is truly just a relief rally and we're going to see further downside, the reason they would do that is because Bitcoin is going to see a lot less downside than those altcoins. So another way to take advantage of this, for those that are on our Discord, if you don't want to sell your long-term holdings, and this is only if I'm correct about Bitcoin dominance, but if you don't want to trigger those short-term capital gains, what I have personally done, instead of selling any of my Ethereum, Bitcoin, Cardano, I have taken a short position at 3,115. Everyone in our Discord has also taken this short position. I sent this signal out just after our dogecoin signal that we got into with Ethereum to sell at 33.15. I took 1/10 of my crypto capital and I did a 10x leverage at 3,115. I currently have my stop at break even. So even if we pump up, I'm fine with it. But I'm willing to even risk liquidation on this position because it is equal to the full amount of capital that I have in the cryptocurrency market. Remember, we entered Ethereum at 1760. Here's how I want to play this. I know I got my spot position at 1760. If this move pushes Ethereum down and I am correct about Bitcoin dominance, I'm going to be sure as hell happy with my short position, which is equal to the amount of all of my capital in crypto, but I'm only risking 1/10 of my capital. And the reason I'd be excited about that is because guess what? Now I get to take advantage of every whale that sells their Ethereum or their Cardano back into Bitcoin. I'm taking a portion of that in my pockets, and I hope you are too. Of course, for those in the Discord, we know how to trade this market up or down. We've been doing this for 4 years now, specifically in the cryptocurrency market. And so let's say Ethereum shoots up. Let's say we break 34.54. Guess what? I really don't care. I might actually be happier because I'll even risk the full 1/10 of my capital and liquidate it. But knowing that 90% of my capital is still in the market with a spot position, I'm going to make back that 1/10 even in the worst case scenario. And then from there, I can just reposition my portfolio. So, that's what I've personally done to hedge against this prediction that Bitcoin dominance is reversing. So I don't want to reallocate my altcoin portfolio. But like I said, that's what some whales are doing depending on their tax situation. This is not financial advice, because understand that, let's say you've taken advantage of this run with Ethereum, and we certainly do see a push back down to the downside in the overall market. Well, Ethereum might go down 40%, while Bitcoin might only come down, let's say, 11%, right? So that's what it means by hedging, because, Bitcoin's going to see less volatility. So I just want to throw that out there. If you guys want more information about this thesis, check out our TradingView post and make sure to hit the like button on the TradingView post so that we can gain some traction on TradingView. First, I want to dive into this Bitcoin analysis and talk about what we're seeing right now, because the main storyline at this point is that Bitcoin is only seeing a relief rally to potentially see further downside. And the reason I say that's the main story is, we could, pull out the Fibonacci tools, talk about the golden zone that we're currently. I'm not going to do that. I'm sure you've watched tons of videos about that, but this is certainly an area of resistance for Bitcoin. If it's not here, we know it's going to be at 49,700. Do I think we're going to break 49,700 anytime soon? I don't know. That's going to be only determined on whether or not Bitcoin is going to be able to hold the $41,950 level, but really it's going to be that 41,500-ish level where the monthly open is sitting. But right now, let's just kind of move into the smaller time frames and keep these support and resistance levels on the chart to talk about what's starting to morph into these smaller time frames that are eventually going to morph back into the daily and weekly, right? Because everything starts from the smaller time frames. So far, Bitcoin is rejecting this channel. And so this right here is some food for thought. Now, the next level of support for Bitcoin that has to hold is going to be 44,800. If Bitcoin is not able to hold 44,800, this is the first sign that this is potentially going to break down. The previous weekly open is at 43,800. That is also another level of support. So those are the two areas. This also shows confluence here with the 100 period on the 4-hour chart and the channel support. 43,800 is also critical. I think if we start to break 43,800, that's when I would start getting slightly concerned about what's happening to Bitcoin, in the fact that if this level breaks, the likelihood of us testing this monthly open at the $41,950 level becomes way more probable. And you typically test a level and you either turn in the other direction or you break. And so we could potentially start to say that if Bitcoin breaks 43,800, the likelihood of us seeing a retest of 34,788 becomes highly probable, right? Because now we're moving away from this range breaking this market structure, that puts this scenario on the table. Now, if this happens, I believe Bitcoin dominance is going to increase. I do believe we are certainly in the early phases of a reversal here with Bitcoin dominance. We could do some technical analysis on the charts, but here's really what matters. The 20-week moving average. We came and we tested it. And this test right here is a big puzzle piece. It's the first time we've tested this 20-week moving average, and this was after the local top at 64,000 for Bitcoin. And so every analyst is saying altcoin season is here, but that's when I want to observe the masses and do the opposite, because look what happened last time Bitcoin dominance reversed in 2017. It tested the 20-week, slight rejection, and then saw the continuation like Cathie Woods talked about in her 2019 interview. So this right here is important for us to watch, right? Are we seeing the same move here? And look how much correlation, by the way, this move has with the DXY. From 2017 and 18, the US dollar value came down. It bottomed out around this 90 area, and then we reversed. This was the local top. Actually, that was the top for Bitcoin in that cycle. Same place from 2017. The DXY came down to 90, and now look what's happening. So this looks very similar to the Bitcoin dominance chart as well. The reason Bitcoin dominance would go up is because that means we'd expect a prolonged bear market. It's not a bear market, guys. Come on. Bitcoin's at $46,000. We've been making videos before Bitcoin was above $10,000. It was at $7,000. We're not, in a bear market. Macro, we're the most bullish ever. That's why I didn't sell spot positions, even though I expect some downside. I just shorted to hedge. And so I think that that's very important to watch with Bitcoin right now, this Bitcoin dominance level. And then just to recap here with this $49,700 level, at any point in time, we need to see the move to 49,000 to assume this is a reversal in trend and not just a relief rally. If we get above 49,700, we can start talking about new all-time highs for Bitcoin. Now, are we seeing the early signs of these whales moving their altcoin profits back into Bitcoin? That's going to come here with this Ethereum to Bitcoin chart. If I am correct, we should see 65,000 Satoshis break. And I know there's a pennant here, and we can talk about all this upside here, but if I am correct, I am basing this off of my research in this market. Cathie Woods tells us the flight of capital goes back into Bitcoin after an altcoin season. Are we going to see this reverse? That's what we're going to be monitoring here over the next few weeks. And if I am wrong, it's totally fine. At least I threw the perspective out there that nobody's talking about. And then with the total cryptocurrency market cap chart, we're seeing good price action here. But this move is overextended. That's just the truth of the matter. I'm not going to sit here and just say we're going to shoot and see new all-time highs for the total market cap. I'm being the umpire, and the fact of the matter is we've got some fouls here. And so this is an overextended move. Here's something that I'm going to leave you guys home with, and I'm not going to expand as much on this idea on this video, but if you guys, get it out of me in the comments, maybe or in the Discord, I might talk more about it. But, with this prediction that Bitcoin dominance is going to be seeing strength, I don't think that puts the scenario of others' dominance seeing a lower high or even potentially a higher high form. I actually believe that Ethereum could see new all-time highs before the end of this year. And I think that it could see new all-time highs before Bitcoin does. And I think that when this happens, let's say it's in October or November, this is going to be an inflection point in the cryptocurrency market that altcoins do truly have value. For those that think that Ethereum's going to flip Bitcoin, this would also justify their prediction. But then I think we will see the push back down to the downside after this higher high forms. That's going to be a very complex relationship when it comes to Bitcoin dominance and others' dominance, because what that would assume is we see Bitcoin dominance start to see strength, but then others' dominance pushes up, led by Ethereum, to see the new all-time highs, to create that storyline and that plot for the people that think there's going to be a flip. And so that's something I can expand on later, but I think that this is what I want to stick to. I don't post market updates often on the Discord. Remember, the link is in the description below. I posted this because I do believe we're in an inflection point. I don't post trading view ideas often, but I posted this because I do believe there's some value here. The last trading view idea we posted was Ethereum breaking out of the 200-week moving average, and that turned out true. The post before that, we talked about Intel, even stocks, breaking out, and that came true, as you can see. And so I don't delete any ideas on our trading view. OSPN, same thing. We can go on and on. We can even go into December 7th of 2019 when I posted this chart saying that there's bullish fundamentals and the Bitcoin halving, and we can see this has played out. And so, listen, I know the biggest guys in this market, and and a lot of people are talking about Dogecoin and Ripple, and Ripple's great for centralized finance, but this is a funny story. But you get around Charles Hoskinson, you get around some of these guys, and they will tell you Bitcoin is king. That's something that I've never heard. I've never heard somebody influential in this space go against that opinion. Jack Dorsey believes it. Michael Saylor, Bitcoin is king. So I think that's going to be the case. And by the way, I want to throw this out there. So Dogecoin yesterday, because it rallied, and we did take the long here because, on the Discord, we make money any way the market goes. So we did take advantage of this. We took the long. But now that, we see this, at least short-term retracement for Ethereum, I really don't care if it pushes higher because my break even on that short is it's there already. I'm good. I'm already hedged. But it's interesting to see that Ethereum pulled back and the overall market pulled back after Dogecoin finally saw its rally. And I think that what that means, and so what I'm going to start doing is using Dogecoin as an indicator for an altcoin impulse ending. And so the reason I'm going to start doing that is because what makes sense to me and what we've predicted very accurately on this channel is that Ethereum goes first, then goes Cardano, and then goes every other coin. And I think Dogecoin is one of the last ones that will move in a altcoin impulse. So here's what I'm going to end the video with. I might have a short position open for Ethereum to hedge my spot position longs. I just want to make sure that every time a whale sells their Ethereum back to Bitcoin, I get a piece of that. But here's what I will say. If we do see this rise in Bitcoin dominance and others' dominance comes down, that means Ethereum to Bitcoin will also come down. I sure as hell am not going to be foolish enough to not re-enter positions into Ethereum once we see this, if I'm correct, this cycle tip back into the altcoins' favor. So we don't know when that's going to be. And I don't know how you guys are going to be reacting to this video. It's a little bit different. So I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And with that, thank you all for tuning into the Snipers channel today. Principles by Ray Dalio. If you want to win my favorite book on value investing, all comments are below. 222 likes. I love that number. Let's smash the like button and just break it. Jessica Bronner says, we have to have a pullback. If you're in denial, you should just quit trading. I loaded up at 34K, but I'm ready to pick up more when it pulls back. Same with Doge. I have some at 22 cents waiting for a pullback to load up. Thank you so much for the interesting thoughts there. Just send me a message on Instagram. You want a book. And with that being said, it's going to be interesting to see what happens here with Bitcoin. Since we did talk so much about Bitcoin dominance, I do want to say this lastly. With Bitcoin right now, my major support level for making or breaking this is going to be 41,950, and the major resistance is 49,700. If we get above 49,700, I think that's a confirmation that this impulse is truly the short-term bottom, we're going to see new all-time highs potentially if 49,700 breaks. Now, if we come down to test 41,950 and it doesn't hold, I will maintain myself to say that we're probably going to see this extend into a C wave, and this is going to be the completed impulse to potentially see further lows for this year. And this could be a phase in which Bitcoin dominance increases, altcoins come down. This might be the inflection point, that tipping point I'm talking about, where we want to re-enter altcoins, because if Bitcoin does this rally, that would be the rally that would potentially take Ethereum to see new all-time highs. And so with that, thank you all for tuning into the Snipers channel today. Until next time, Snipers